This is a good day, Minnesotans. We're ready now to expand to the next group of folks.
A new group consisting of more than 1.8 million Minnesotans will now be eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine starting Wednesday. This next vaccine rollout will involve a two-phased approach that will operate simultaneously. Phase 1B, Tier 2, will include those with specific underlying health conditions like sickle cell disease, Down syndrome, and those in active cancer treatment, while Phase 1B, Tier 3, will cater to those aged 45 and older with underlying health conditions, anyone 16 or older with 2 or more underlying conditions, and essential frontline workers like those at food processing plants.
Our goal in the Walz Flanagan administration has been to immunize for impact first. That means vaccinating people most at risk.
With 70% of Minnesota's seniors expected to reach full vaccination this week, Governor Walz says this puts the state ahead of its vaccination schedule while inching closer to the point where every Minnesotan who wants a vaccine gets one, potentially before May.
This is good news, Minnesota. There is still a much higher demand than there is a supply, but the supply is increasing every week.
But with this increased access to vaccines and dialing back of social restrictions comes a warning from the governor.
Now's not the time to let down our guard on the basic things. Keep the masks on, keep social distance, start planning, and I think it's appropriate that you're going to be able to do an awful lot of stuff come this summer.
Devon Romming, KARE 11 News.